Hi, everyone, and welcome to the free workshop that I'm having today. How to write songs using a simple three-step formula. All right, three-step technique. And this has helped me throughout my process of making songs for people, other, artists, for myself. But I'm still learning. So if you've used these steps before, put them in the comments. If you've done other steps, that's fine. This is for someone who want some new tips, someone who may be novice, new to the game of songwriting, but I'm here to give you some information about it. So we have 3 steps that I'm going to show you that have worked perfectly for me, and I also have the bonus step that I'll give you as well. And if you are, again, new to my channel, my name is Kamani. My channel handle is Music with Kamani. I make music, motivational music, inspirational music, God's love music. And I also motivate as well with word, wisdom, and opportunities like this to learn. So hit the like button, subscribe, and check out one of my other videos that'll be showing up here. That will be in the playlist. All right, let's get to it. So on the screen that you see here, this is the DAW that I use when I am looking for a melody. Now, I don't play instruments, so I wouldn't be considered a musician per se, and there are musicians out here that play instruments. So if you play an instrument, you can use your particular instrument to create your melody, which will help you create the best songs, honestly. I used to write songs with no sound and no melody, but honestly, it just didn't fit. I always had to look for a melody to go with it, and it was a little more difficult for me to do. So the best way for me that I've noticed, because I don't play an instrument, I will play one day, hopefully multiple. We're working on that, but for right now, I get my melody from the DAW that I use. So this is BandLab, and again, you can do all of these steps. They're free. BandLab, you can actually go online and sign in, and you have the opportunity to find melodies. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go into BandLab, and this is just once you start, you can sign in for free and get you an account, and from there it will give you the option. So if you play an instrument, you have the option here to connect your guitar, your drum, your instruments. You can create beats here as well. For today, we're going to use the BandLab sounds. These are all free to use. And so for me, the best thing for me to do when I'm making melodic beats is I will find a piano. Now, sometimes I'll go for like a violin or a harp. But for today, let's just do, for this example, let's just pick one. Now, you'll be able to hear it before you click on it so that you can use the individual sound. Let's do that. You see, so they have different sounds. So you might be looking for something a little more upbeat, a little more lower.
Mama, I want the car.
Hold on. So we'll check this one. So with this, the best thing you can do, and it is a little time consuming, but you can go through each sound. So let's just pick that one.
Take
all right,
off the train.
Just for the
Take
melody.
off the top of the train.
So what I like to do, and you will have to set it. What I like to do is take that sound and add it here.
Take off the Thomas train.
Yes.
Take off the Thomas train.
Yes. I like to add it here maybe about 4 times if it's a smaller track. If it's like 4 bars, it gives me an opportunity to get a full hook. Now, hooks aren't that long. Most hooks are not that long. I'm recording, baby. Most hooks are not that long, so you may not need this, but it's just easier for me when I am writing a song. And I put this bar here is so it will go over again. Basically, it'll cycle through them. So let's see, have it cut up real quick. And let's go ahead and see what it sounds like. So this is what it sounds like. All right. So it's just going to go over and over again. So what I like to do is get the melody and listen. And listen for a sound or a key, a note that I can flow with. My natural sound is a second alto, so a lot of times I'm very drawn to like those lower octaves because that's my octave. So for this, I might just start playing. Just simple. So when I get my melody, what I like to do, and this is still part of my first step, I like to use my phone and go to my phone and find the voice recorder app. And with the voice recorder app, it is free. It allows me to put the melody. And so I will record myself doing, ooh, let's do it right now. So it's recorded. You can put a name to it. And what it does is that, say I have 10, maybe an hour at work or 30 minutes on my lunch break, what I will do is record that melody until I can come back to it. So it's not so that if you have time to work on it, you can work on it. But if you don't, you can record it, let it down. You can record it and save it for later. All right. My next thing I would do, let me go back to my screen, is I'm going to, let's go back to my next screen. So for me, I would go ahead and open up my Google Docs. Now, my Google Docs is something that I use for my songs, so I may title it New Song. Hush. New Song. Sorry, y'all. This is what happens when you're in the lab with a preschooler. So if you hear in the background, my apologies to you, but this is how I have to teach. So I'll put New Song here. So right now, I don't have the lyrics, right? So this is just your preparation in your timing, your preparation, what you need available when you're writing. Because unless you have a notepad with you walking around, I have the app, the Google Doc app on my phone. And this is, again, a free resource. It's a great resource for you because you can not only come up with ideals, you can put certain words. You might think, okay, I want it to be a sad song. I want it to be sad but inspirational, right? And so you can put that down and it's there already for you. It's prepared for you so that you don't end up forgetting. Because if you're anybody like me, you're doing multiple tasks. You are juggling. I don't care what it is. You could be working, taking care of your kids, taking care of your, walking your dog, whatever. You have multiple tasks to do. You need to be able to keep it, put it together, be able to prioritize everything and put things where they need to be, right? All right, so let me go over here, you guys, and cut this down just a bit. All right, so one of the next steps that I use when it comes to songwriting is coming up with basically coming up with inspiration. Why? What am I doing? Why am I writing? What kind of writing am I getting ready to write about? Like, what song am I creating? Right now we put, okay, for example, it's going to be sad and inspirational. So where do I get my inspiration from? Some people can just come out of their head, but if you're new and you're novice to this, but you want to start, I like to use inspiration from everywhere. Maybe you want to go out into nature. Maybe you want to pick up a book and, start reading and going into, what some of the people say, because there's always a quote here or a quote there that you can start with. For me, what I have learned is that, let's see if it can record it. What I have learned is that I can just use the Bible. I'm just being honest. I use it to just come up with inspiration. So for me, let's see, we want sad. Let's see, let's go to the Bible. And Bible for everyone. Just as again, it's free. It's Google. Bible verses about sadness and strength. Lord, y'all. All right. So these are scriptures that we have here that offer comfort and strength, reminding you that God is with you. So let's look at, let's see, they said Isaiah might be great, but we know Psalms is a song. It's an actual song. So let's go to Psalms 23 and 4. All right. This one actually says Psalms 34 and 18. There it is. All right. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. So just this can inspire you, give you the inspiration to create that hook, that first verse. So for this, we're gonna use this. No, we're gonna use this to create the hook for the song. All right. So the Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Let's see what we can do with that. Let's see. Let's go back to our screen. Sorry, y'all, as I go back and forth here because it's difficult for me to find where I was at. All right, here we go. So we could actually go back to our untitled screen. Oh, and I didn't do it right. Sorry, y'all. So I would actually copy the verse, copy what I see, which would be great to do. Copy it and paste it. And we're going to go back to here. And again, this is step 3. If I didn't say it, because I'm moving pretty quickly. So, just to let you know, first step, we went and found a melody. So again, if you are someone that plays instruments, you can create a melody with your instrument. And you can use that as your bass as you write your hook or you write your verse. Secondly, you can go ahead and have a program or an app available so that you can write, which would be here. I'm using Google Docs for free. And thirdly, we would look for motivation. And the motivation that I'm using today is just the Bible itself. So again, we're going to use this verse here. And for me, I would just take out words, pieces. I wouldn't even take the whole thing.
Wait, take it out.
No, not right now. So I would just say brokenhearted. And I would say just that. And you would say, how does that work? All right, let's see it. You can say, I'm brokenhearted. Please save me. Simple. Few words. Less words best. Hey, brokenhearted. Please save me.
Mama. The Winker Kids.
So those, just looking at that verse, you pulled out 2 words. Those 2 words. And those 2 words, we created a hook. You see how easy it can be. Now, I know there are other ways. I've seen other ways that people talk about creating songs and hooks. But for me, I've noticed that this is the absolute easiest, most effective way for me to create these melodic hooks. I found, you see, it's just 1 verse and I just pulled 2 words out. That's it. So let's go back to, let me go back to the screen so I can talk to you. So one thing that I have really just learned over my years. All right. Sorry, y'all. I can hear it in my background. You may not be able to hear it in yours. Right. So one thing that I've noticed throughout my years of songwriting and just being in this space is that songs need more than just words. And I think you've heard that before. I mean, you've watched movies, you know how those specific cinematic, those songs, those instrumentals, they bring you to tears, right? They make you want to go buy the album. They make you want to just get a box of chocolates and cry your heart out because you're thinking about something in the past. What they have learned is how to use emotion in their story, your story writing, because that's what you're doing. You're songwriting, but you're creating a story within your writing. So that hook in itself, you want to evoke emotion. So one of the bonuses that I can give you is one of your main jobs, not just writing, but one of your main jobs is to create the emotion. You want to evoke emotion within your words. So if you are creating a sad song, your sad song should evoke emotion in the listener. The only way for me that I've noticed that works is that when I tap into my emotions. Now you can say, well, I'm pretty emotionless, I'm pretty cold. Well, honestly, your songs that are cold and emotionless, people are going to tap into that. If you are a happy-go-lucky person all the time, you're making those songs, you're going to tap into that. But if you are making a sad song, but you are typically very happy, you have to learn how to transmute. And I know that's not something that everybody wants to talk about, but you're going to have to transmute that energy, which means take the happy energy and turn it into the sad energy just for the moment that you are creating, which means you may have to evoke the emotion you may have to watch a movie that gets you saddened. You may have to listen to a song that evokes that emotion. If you do that, you will have the ability to bring this song, bring these lyrics to the next person and make it more personal. They'll understand it. They may actually come back to listen to it multiple times. So that is my last bonus step for you, is for you to learn how to evoke emotion in your storytelling, in your songwriting, by using the emotions that are connected to those words. Put the emotion. If you're trying to write a very melancholy song, it's a sad song, write it down. Read, learn, get inspired by that. Then put that into your songwriting. Put that into the words. And again, if you're somebody that likes to write a lot of words like I do, it's easier to me, what I've learned, to evoke the emotion, especially if you're not like rapping, if you're just singing, to use less words, but use less words, but more powerful words. So words that, again, if you're trying to be, we're tipping on sadness because that's what we were doing. But if you think about sad, melancholy, help, save me, help me. I'm dying, I'm losing it. Like things like that, these words. And then you just put the emotion behind it. So again, I appreciate you for sticking with me for this long. If you have, make sure that you check out some of my other videos. I have a playlist full of things that you can use. And again, if you're new to my channel, just know that these next sets of videos will be to help you to absolutely be more to help you be more, how can I say this, professional, not just professional, but I want you to be more in tune in what you're doing. So we're going to really talk about ways that even if you're not financially set right now, if you're looking for free resources, but you're looking for knowledge so that you can expand and elevate to the next level of success for you, and you're in this industry and you're new or you're trying to get into it, today was about songwriting. I'll be jumping into some of the other topics, looking at the dolls that are out here for free. And that's another thing. If you're interested in learning about a free doll, like we just did, you saw me on BandLab. If you want me to go into detail about how I use BandLab to create the beats and how we can use that to basically do it for free, if you want me to really go into depth about that, leave that in the comments. Put DAW, D-A-W. If you want me to go into depth about it, I will create a workshop just for you. And again, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I hope to see you next time. Again, my name is Kamani, and I'll see you next time, you guys. Bye-bye.
Mama.